Hey folks, my name is Steve Adderhold. I'm the race director of the Cocodona Races. Welcome to the Elden Crest 38 race briefing video. We will not be doing a live in-person briefing, so this is your race briefing for the second running of the Elden Crest 38 race. We've got two options for you to check in at Packet Pickup for the race. One is Saturday, May the 4th, here at the Aravaipa office from 1 to 4 p.m. in Phoenix, right next to the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport at the Aravaipa office. The second option for you would be Thursday, May the 9th at the start line at Fort Tuthill County Park. That's going to be on Thursday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Either of those locations, you can drop off your drop bag for Walnut Canyon or direct to the finish line. When you check in for the race, we're going to confirm that you have the GPS file downloaded to your phone, and that you have the race command phone number programmed in your phone. That phone number is also on the back of on your bib, and it's also in the runner guide and on the website. And then you're also going to receive some runner goodies and your bib. Note that the Fort Tuthill aid station is an active aid station in addition to being your start line for the 38-mile race. We ask that you please stay out of the way of the runners that are passing through that aid station for the 250 and the 125-mile distance. Friday, May the 10th is your start. As I said, it is an active aid station. We ask that you not eat food from that aid station. We will have bagels and bananas and that sort of thing and coffee for you at the start outside of the building at Fort Tuthill for your start. And then we're going to get you guys started with a mass start at 7 a.m. from the start line. Some rules for the race: you can't receive any outside aid outside of aid stations from the start to the finish. There are no pacers and no crew for the 38-mile distance. If you do need to drop from the race, please do so at an aid station. Find the aid station captain and fill out the drop form. There are also no dogs. So last year we had 3 runners bit by dogs during the race. We, as much as I personally and all of us love dogs, can't have dogs even, from your crews at the start line or the finish line, or with you on the course. No dogs. Some gear requirements for you. Yes, you do have required gear for the Elden Crest 38-mile race. You do need to have your cell phone with you, as I stated before, with the race command phone number programmed in. That's a text-only phone number. You do need to have the GPS file for the course downloaded. You need a collapsible cup because we are cupless, and you need a whistle. Mandatory gear check for some additional items will be checked at the Walnut Canyon aid station. When you leave the Walnut Canyon aid station, you need to check out of that aid station. And if you're doing that after 12:30 p.m., you will be checked for the following gear check items. So that's gloves, warm hat, long sleeve shirt, and an insulatory upper, a headlamp, and a space blanket, and a waterproof jacket with a hood if it's going to rain or snow, which it does not look like it's going to rain or snow in the forecast. But you do need those other items. An insulatory upper is basically just a jacket that is not a shell, that has some thickness to it, because it does get quite cold at night. And if you're passing through the Walnut Canyon aid station after 12:30 p.m., you're likely going to be out there when it gets cold. The weather is looking great. No rain or snow in the forecast, but it is going to be quite cool, which is great during the day. At night, it is going to be very cold, especially at the finish line. GPS-enabled device is something that we require you to carry with the course file downloaded. The GPX file for the course is now finalized. Go ahead and feel free to download it from CalTopo. You can get there from the website, cocodona.com, get to the CalTopo page and download it. Make sure you select the option to download the GPX file. The standard file type download is GeoJSON file, which that is not the file that you want, so you got to make sure you click that. Drop bags for the course. You can have 2 drop bags. I was going to say 1, but 1 for Walnut Canyon and 1 direct to finish. We ask that you keep those to a reasonable size. 60 liters is the very biggest. 2 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. That's a small duffel bag. As I said, you can, at the start line, drop bags that will go directly to the finish line. Make sure you label those drop bags with your bib number and the aid station name. So bib number, finish line, bib number, Walnut Canyon. Don't put the mileage of those aid stations. That'll just confuse our volunteers thinking that's a bib number, and we may end up pulling the wrong drop bag for you or somebody else if you label it incorrectly. So bib number and aid station name only. When you go through Walnut Canyon, make sure you're moving your drop bag from the pile of drop bags that are in order of bib number to the used drop bag pile. That'll help us get those drop bags to the finish line before you reach it to the finish line, so you can grab those and leave with those from the finish line. Bib numbers are now assigned. If you go to the Cocodona webpage, the home page, right up at the top, there's a button for 2024 bib assignments, so you can check your bib number there. Let's talk a little bit about the course. I'm going to flip over here to view the course. It is a little hard to see because the course file is in green, and so is a lot of the background. Okay, we're going to start you off at Fort Tuthill. Like I said, that is an active aid station for the 125 and the 250-mile runners. You're leaving Fort Tuthill, and you're quickly going to get to a course split. So this split right here, right off of John Wesley Powell Boulevard, the 250-mile course goes one direction, the 125 and the 38-mile course goes a different direction. So there is Mexican spotted owl nests all through Walnut Canyon. And so unfortunately, we're not able to put the 125 and the 38-mile courses by those Mexican spotted owl nests, so we had to deviate the course a little bit. The course does take really great single track. You're on the Futz Trail and then the AZT, the Rio de Flag Trail, and then back onto the Futz Trail for part of it through here. That's all great single track. And then you get into a little bit of kind of more developed trail area through this section through here. But you will have a water station at mile 11, and then you're going to join back with the 250-mile course right before the Walnut Canyon aid station, which is mile 11 for you. So make sure that you follow those critical turn signs at the 250-mile split and the 250-mile junction. And then leaving Walnut Canyon, as I said before, you definitely want to move that drop bag to the used drop bag pile. We're going to have another water station for you further down the course, but first you're going to get to the Sandy Seep aid station. There's another split from the 250-mile distance for the 125 and the 38-mile distance here after we pass under 89 again. 250-milers go up and over Mount Elden, and then rejoin with you before you run into Flagstaff. Going up and over Mount Elden, there are again a number of Mexican spotted owl nesting sites where we're limited on the number of runners that we can pass by those nest sites. So we're going to split from the 250. Make sure you take the right turn and not the left turn. You're going to go to the Sandy Seep aid station, and then after leaving that last aid station, make a loop kind of around Mount Elden. You're going to join back with the 250-mile distance for just a little bit through this section and split off of them again here. Make sure you follow those critical turn signs. As you loop around the front side of Mount Elden on the south, there are a ton of trails on that south side of Mount Elden, a lot of social trails as well. Make sure you're following course signage really well through that section. There is another water station at mile 33, so you're going to head into that water station. It is water only, same as the first water station, and then you're going to join back up with the 250-mile distance north of Buffalo Park, and then run south right into Buffalo Park. A little bit of a course change from last year. We're going to deviate right at the entrance of Buffalo Park, and then you're running into Flagstaff on city streets. You can have pacers crew, family members join you for that last stretch right into the finish line. It is an open roads course, so make sure you and they are obeying traffic laws, crossing in crosswalks, waiting for traffic to pass before it's safe to continue on. But you can have crew and folks join you for that last little stretch through Flagstaff. Okay, course marking is standard course marking for Aravaipa. It is orange with black polka dot flagging tape with a reflector on the end, or a orange pin flag with flagging tape on it, with a reflective tape on it, rather. Those are the positive markings. There may also be intersections that have arrow signs, so pay attention to those, especially the critical ones where you're splitting and rejoining the 250 course. Wrong way intersections will be marked with blue and white checkerboard tape. And then in town, there will be sections that are marked with pavement stickers. They're 8.5 by 11 orange stickers that have a black arrow and they say Cocodona on them. So follow those arrows and you'll be going in the right direction. Cutoff times. Cutoff time for this 38-mile race is 27 hours. That is a very long time. Not necessarily indicative of the difficulty of the course, but more so that's tooled for the 250-mile distance. So you've got plenty of time on this course. Take your time, 27 hours to run 38 miles. Those cutoff times are leaving the aid station, not entering the aid station. So you need to leave the aid station by those cutoff times. If you're not behind the sweep, you are DNF'd. Cupless. We are a cupless race for cold drinks. Make sure you have a bladder or a flask or a collapsible cup for those cold drinks at aid stations. Hot drinks, coffee, hot chocolate, ramen, soup. We will have hot cups for you. So just the cold cups are cupless. We do have shuttles for this race, for the Elden Crest 38-mile race. We've got a shuttle that leaves the LDS parking area in downtown Flagstaff, heading over to Fort Tuthill to the start area on race morning. There are still a couple of tickets available for that. So if you go on the website and the runner guide, it gives you information on how you can buy those shuttle tickets. If you miss that opportunity or you just don't feel like purchasing a ticket, that's totally fine. You can park at Fort Tuthill and then Uber back after the race. That may actually be the easier way to get reunited with your car. If you see somebody sleeping on the side of the trail, that's normal in this type of race. 250 milers or the 125 milers may be taking a trail nap. So please don't wake them up. Please don't ask if they're okay. They're just taking a nap. We still need about 175 volunteers for the course, not just your race, but the 250 and 125 mile race. Feel free to volunteer before you run. If you have crew or friends and family that want to also volunteer, we encourage you to do so. There's a volunteer page on the cocodona.com website. You can see how to volunteer there. And then have your friends and family follow you along on the live stream. They can watch that. It's a YouTube channel, and you can get there. Again, cocodona.com. There is a link to the live stream page. We are looking forward to seeing you in just a few days at the start line. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you at the start line.